the Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, mentions about healing in three particular categories, three distinct ways how healing happens. And it gives reference of different animals to illustrate how the healing happens. First, it talks about the fish. The fish represents the healing through look. Your eyes play a major role in healing. So it talks about like when the fish lay eggs in the water, there is no definite place to keep the eggs to hatch because the water is flowing, it's all around water. So in that case, the mother fish looks at with her bright rounded eyes at those eggs, and through her look the healing happens, and the small tiny eggs, they hatch and become small fish. So that's an example of how through eyes or through looking you can get healing. With a compassionate look, like a mother looks at the baby with so much of love, with so much of affection, the healing happens. Then the second one, the scripture talks about the healing through touch. And it gives examples of the birds. When the birds lay eggs, they sit on top of it to warm them up, to allow that hatching process by the touch. The penguins are known to sit on the top of their eggs for 3 months to help the baby penguin come out of the eggs. When you refer to touching, it just doesn't mean the physical touch. It means mental touch, emotional touch. Like in our context, when you see someone doing something spectacular for you, going out of the way, we use this phrase, "Oh, I'm touched, I'm moved." Like, so that touch could be something going out of the way to help somebody, touching the emotion, touching the spirit. So all this context that we are talking about is not just in the physical level. It can extend or transcend into vital level, or even mind or intellectual level, or even spiritual level. So the healing happens through look, as the fish do. Healing happens through the touch, as the birds do. And now, the third component of healing, or third way of healing the scripture talks about, is through contemplation. And to illustrate this one, the scripture talks about the example of turtles. So when the sea turtles come to the shore and then go to the different groups and lay hundreds of eggs, and obviously they cannot stay to look at the eggs, neither they can touch the eggs because they have to come back to the water. So in that process, they use the third faculty of healing. That's called contemplation, thinking about the eggs. So the turtles know how to think and meditate on the eggs. That deeper contemplation can also induce healing, and the turtles come out. So if you think about all these three methods, look, touch, and feel and contemplate, think. So that means we have to use all these instruments given to us properly, because all the instruments given to us by the nature, the body, the mind, the intelligence, they're all very powerful equipments. So every word that we speak, every thought that we think, every action that we do could be instruments of healing.